Hey you guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Josie and I'm a wife and mom to two little ones, and today we're doing a spring makeover slash refresh. We're doing some swaps. We are also doing some DIYs. I have a lot of stuff going on in my house, but my video schedule hasn't been very consistent ever since my daughter started school this year. We've been sick all the time, and we just recovered with the flu literally the day that I uploaded my last video, and so that's where I've been. But we're starting off with swapping the carpet. So we're getting rid of this light colored carpet, and we're actually moving the carpet from our living room, which is from Wayfair. It is a washable carpet, but it does need a rug mat underneath, and a rug pad, and we've never gotten it, so it's always been a little uncomfy, but I did want to switch it up anyway, so we do have a new carpet going in there, and stay tuned for that. Again, we have a lot of updates going on in the house. I am trying to get rid of all the vintagey pattern rugs, and so being that both of these were vintagey pattern, I decided to switch the one in the living room for a more neutral type of rug that doesn't have a lot of pattern going on, and it's more rope texture, if that makes sense. And so I decided to move this vintagey one because it has a lot of blacks, and I wanted to bring in that warmth into the dining room space. And then also in the living room, I could decorate with, my vintage pattern pillows and stuff like that, but there is really no place to put that type of pattern in a dining room, and so I thought I definitely want to keep the vintage style here in the dining room, so I moved this one here. This is from Wayfair, and yeah, we're gonna do some DIYs today, as well as I got some new furniture pieces. We got some new chairs for the end. We had boucle chairs before, white, but if you've been following me these past few months, you know that I'm trying to get rid of all the white. We just switched our sofa to brown, and that has been a dream. It's from Cheetah Living, and man, it has been a dream having a brown sofa because it looks aesthetically pleasing. It makes everything look cozy and moody, like fall time, even though it's not fall. And I don't have to worry about draping blankets over it to not get it dirty. And so that has been a dream. But yeah, that has prompted me to want to bring warmth and dark colors to the rest of our home. So I'm just going to clean everything up, and then we're going to start decorating and doing all the fun DIYs. I hope you guys enjoy this video. For our end dining chairs, we partnered with Dayalane again, and if you've been here for a while, then you know that we made over our entire sister-in-law's house with Dayalane furniture, as well as my kitchen stools are from Dayalane, and I love them. They have super stylish pieces for such affordable prices, and these are actually new. I absolutely love these chairs. I will link them down below. They are so beautiful. I love the cane detail because my other dining chairs, those are from Homari, but they also have the cane detail, and again, they're adding that brown and warmth that I want to add to this space as well, ever since I got the brown sofa. So I have browns going on all throughout my main floor and my home, but I will leave a discount code for them down below, as well as these exact chairs. I love them so much. The next thing I'm doing is, if you know my dining room, you know I have two little sconces. They are battery power sconces, and I have been in this like whole era where I am like wrapping everything in linen, my photo frames, my lampshades. I am just so into it lately. And so I recently did a lampshade with you guys. I will link the video tutorial that I use below, because this is not a tutorial. I'm just kind of showing you guys here as I was doing the process. You basically make a template. You add a little bit of inches to the edge of the template for room to like fold it over, and then you use a spray. It's a long process. I mean, not a long process. It's a tedious process, but it's fairly easy, and it's just a little bit of time consuming. But anyway, I will leave the video tutorial down below. And so yeah, I did that with a floor lamp in my living room, and I had some fabric left over, so I thought I would do these in the same fabric. And then later on I will be doing a frame as well. I am in this whole kick of doing it. And then for my next video, I'm adding some to my kitchen. Okay, I'm getting far ahead of myself, but just know I've been in this whole craft girl error. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing to these sconces. I'm just going to use some spray adhesive, wrap these lampshades, and create super cute sconces that nobody has because they're DIY. And I feel like, again, for the living room, you're able to add different patterns in your textures and in your throw blankets and your pillow covers, but there's not really room to do that in a dining room. So I think that adding pattern to your frames and your lamps, and also as well as your carpet, is, I don't know, that's where my style is heading. That's what I want to do. Even my kitchen, I'm switching out the bamboo shade in a later video. Again, stay tuned for one of those patterned shades that are, again, linen material, because I just feel like I want more textures in my house, not just like bamboo shades all over, but like at least the kitchen, because it's all like, I don't know, hard surfaces, to bring some softness into there. But yeah, that is where my head's at. That is what I've been doing lately. Next up, I am doing a frame in a different striped pattern, a different fabric. It is stripes as well. I've been obsessed with stripes, but it's a different pattern and a different color tone, and I wanted to do a nice little feature frame because I'm finally doing something that I always wanted to do, which was create a mini entryway. I don't have a traditional entryway, hallway, or space. It goes, my front door goes straight into my living space. But I do have a small, like 24-inch space where my ADT monitor is, that I can do something with, which I'm finally able to do in this video. But the only problem was that the ADT monitor is there, so it kind of prevented me from hanging anything there or just trying to like make the space look nice. But I was on Pinterest and I seen people created these photo boxes to cover their thermostats and things of that sort. So I finally decided to ask my husband to do it for me. So I DIY'd this frame. It's super easy. You just lay the frame on your mat. What I will say is that I made the mistake of spraying the fabric before, and because I did that, the spray adhesive dried on the other side. You'll see it. There's like a little, you can see the glue. I don't know why I did that. I just did another huge linen frame for the top of my staircase, and I didn't do that. I sprayed the back of the mat, and yeah, but this was the first time I was doing it. So you live and you learn, and I will do it eventually. But for this video, it's been so long since I posted, so I am just putting it up. But yeah, I will be rewrapping this frame and doing it better. It's super easy. Again, you just lay the frame on it, you cut around it. Then you could even use tape because you're not going to see the back. You don't have to use spray adhesive, and I think that's what I'm going to do next time. Is just I'm going to tape everything. But anyways, I just printed a photo that I downloaded from Etsy, and if you print it on photo card paper, I think it looks nice and you don't have to, you could skip the trip to Walgreens. So I do that every now and then. I did take out the glass because, again, if I'm wrapping something in linen, I want you to be able to tell that it's linen and not have the glass kind of hide it or confuse the texture for you. So then my husband, we just got these little wood pieces from Home Depot. It comes in a long piece, and he cut it and mitered it to create this frame for me. I stained it. I did 2 coats, and then he put it up for me. He did all the stud finding and all of that, and then this is the idea behind it. So I did order these little hinges off of Amazon, and he put them up, and I am obsessed with how this turned out. It's not perfect by any means, but I just think it's so nice, and I definitely want to, again, rewrap this photo mat because you'll see a little bit of the glue. It's not too horribly noticeable. I also added magnets. I just got these magnet strips from Amazon so it could stay closed. But yeah, that is on my to-do list, is to rewrap that frame, and maybe I'll find another pattern. Maybe I'll do it again for Christmas. I don't know. It's just fun to be able to have something to switch around for the seasons as well. And I also did order a chest cabinet from Homary. I am obsessed with this. It was very hard to find something that's both cute and this small to be able to fit in this section because most entryway tables are larger than this. And so I found this off of Homary, and I absolutely love this piece. It's one of their highest rated pieces and popular chests and cabinets, and I absolutely love it for a reason. It came almost fully built. I just had to put the legs in, and I love it. It fits perfect in the space, so I'm just gonna put it there, and then I'm gonna style it with a little catch-all bowl and some greenery, and I'm obsessed with this. But definitely let me know what you guys think down below. So now that all the DIYs and everything is put into place, all the new furniture, we're gonna start decorating first with my Temu cabinet. I love this cabinet. Mainly I love that it was only $100, a little under $100 from Temu. I was sharing it like crazy when I first got it. I think now they raised the price, but I will have it linked down below. If they raised it, it's probably like $150 or something, which is still an incredible price because I love styling this cabinet. I love how it looks, and I just think it's a good quality cabinet as well. And so I'm just putting some photo frames, some faux books. The candle is from Walmart. This planter is from TJ Maxx. It was like $10. And I'm putting some stems from Target. I think it was 2 years back from their spring collection, or a year ago. I'm not sure. But they look kind of smushed in there. But I just wanted to add some fall florals. I'm adding more decor books and then a frame from Target on top, and then the bottom I'm just doing filler with some decorative boxes and a vase. Likes your skin, your scent draws me in. Hope you'll leave some behind whenever. Finally, for the center of my table, I'm adding a tray from Target. I found this new vase at HomeGoods. I did share it in my haul. And then I'm adding my favorite Nandinum stems from Amazon. I'm also going to add a few plates that I sourced from Temu, but they are a Walmart brand. And then I'm adding a candle to the top. And then I'm actually gonna just put some bread rolls there. This is where I store my bread, but I usually do it in a little bag, but it's not aesthetically pleasing for the video. And so if you've been following me on Instagram, I did share it a little bit on here, but a lot more on Instagram. I've been on a freshly milled bread journey, freshly milled desserts and everything. I've been milling my own flour, and I have learned so much, and my bread is coming out amazing lately, and it makes the house smell so good. So the idea from this is like having guests over, you have little appetizer plates there, and then fresh rolls laid out there for them to spread some butter with and to grab an appetizer plate, and that is the idea behind it. But I'm just going to show you guys some after shots now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned because I do have a lot more coming up, God willing. As always, see you guys soon.
Soft light falls on quiet sand. You almost leaned in. Shadows move